Hello, Facebook Live. Welcome to 365 Days Live with New. And again, every time I say that, it just feels so different now, just because today is the second day. Tomorrow's gonna be the last day that I'm going to be doing these daily lives. I know some of you are gonna be so sad that I'm not gonna be here every single day, but then again, if you have not watched that video where I announced my pivot, my shift, I think that's a couple days back. I don't know exactly which day it was, but I explained the whole reason why I am not doing my lives anymore for the rest of this year. But I have thoroughly enjoyed it, and I loved doing it, and it has taught me so much. And so I'm just ready for that next phase, next step in my business, in my life, in my passion project. So welcome to day 89, I believe. Yes, 89, it's gonna be 90. The 90 day tomorrow is gonna be my last day. So maybe I'll do something special, I don't know yet. But I really wanted to come on here today and talk about masculine and feminine energies. And I know I usually I've referenced it in the past, but I don't know if I've made a video just specifically talking about what it is and how it applies to us, even if you're a guy, even if you're a girl, masculine and feminine energies. Okay, so that is what we are going to be talking about today. And yeah, let's just get straight to it. So when I am talking about masculine and feminine energies, I am talking about energy. I'm not talking about female or male. I'm not talking about boy or girl. It is all in the energetics. Oh, I did not put a band-aid on my finger. And let me not swipe my hand on my hair because that would not be good. I think I had a mini panic attack when I accidentally cut my finger a few days ago, and it was not good. So I will just make sure I don't stop touching my hair with my right hand. Anyway, let's get back to feminine and masculine energies. So again, this is energies, okay? So all of us, whether you're a girl or a boy, or whether you identify as non-binary, whatever the fact is for you, you have feminine and masculine energies. And I'm going to explain both of them. So having masculine energy is just that energy to the qualities of masculine energies is the quality of doing things, getting things physically done. For masculine energies, it's more of that structure. There's structure. There's if you think about to-do list, right? Getting things done, actioning, being accountable, that motivation to do things. Right? So it is the doing aspect of us. And then there's the masculine, the feminine, this side, the feminine energy of us is what allows us to receive from the things that we have done and accomplished. So it's the receiving, it's the ease, the flow, it's the emotions, it's the experience, it's the allowing things to happen, being able to fully receive something and feel it. It's being present in the moment, being present in your body, being present for what is right in front of you. And feminine energy is it's if you think about it, it is softer. It is softer, it is more leaned back, go with the flow. That's more of the feminine energy. And then the masculine energy is more like you actually taking action, and you're actually more in control of things. And I guess you can also, I also sense it as more of a tough type of energy, a more, I don't want to say aggressive because it's not aggressive energy. It's just more like a go-getter, a doer, a hustler type of energy. Like you have that energy to go out and do things. So if you can see that these two, one without the other is not healthy. And that is why within all of us, we have both. We have the masculine to help us accomplish things, to give us deadlines, to have us structure. And within that structure, we need that feminine that will allow us to enjoy what we are doing, receive what we have done, flow within that structure that we have created. So within each person, you have two types of energies. And a lot of the time, especially during the times that we are living in now, and the time that most recently, like in the past decade, there has been a lot of push for masculine energy type of work, masculine energy type of living and type of way, which means a lot of the women, me included, have taken on these masculine roles and masculine energies of like, I'm going to be independent, I'm going to do everything myself, I'm going to be always go, hustle culture, being your boss, the boss babe, right? Being your own boss, and not being able to let go of that control, and not being able to actually enjoy and reap the fruits of your labor. And that is why it's important for you to know when you are leaning more into your masculine, and when your feminine is actually what is required for you to really be in the present moment, and required of you to actually enjoy what you have just done. And I say all of this from experience, because if you just imagine, if you are, okay, I'm gonna use myself as an example. If when I was teaching as a teacher, I would, teach during the day, work after school, to even take additional trainings, get home, go to the gym, make dinner, and then, watch a little bit TV maybe, and then prepare for the next day, and then go to sleep and do the whole thing over again, right? So there, just in that mode, there was a lot of masculine energy, because I was just like, go, like I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do that. And I just want to say that is who I was, and how I was operating. I was operating from a place of like, gotta get this done, go. But if you take me right now, this version of me that understands the value and the importance of having and of allowing that feminine energy to come to the surface, if I were to go back, 4 years ago when I was teaching, even if I did the same thing, you can do something in the masculine. Like, I can actually go to work and take trainings in a feminine energy. And that is the subtle nuances that, like, I know I can't really go into details here because everybody's situation is different. And that's what happens when we are in coaching containers. Like, we can actually talk about this stuff and actually see how that plays out for you. But for me, just because I'm going to work, it doesn't mean that I'm being all masculine, right? Because the work aspect of it is actually the masculine structure, but how I show up to work can be feminine, can bring up that feminine energy of like allowing, of creativity, of flow throughout the day with my kids at school, right? At work. And when I get home, I can go to the gym and like, yeah, sure, be masculine in terms of like, I'm going to get this done, right? With that masculine energy, that masculine, backing. But while I'm at the gym, really allowing myself to be present in my body, right? And that's the feminine, being present in your body, in my body as I am lifting, right? Engaging my muscles and enjoying the experience. That's the feminine. So you see how like two can coexist like one after another, and it's not like, oh, if you're doing masculine, then you're kicking out the feminine, and if you're doing feminine, then you're kicking out the masculine. That's not how it is. We coexist. They coexist so beautifully. It's like a dance. And somewhere along the line, for some of us, we have lost that dance, and the masculine has just taken over, and it's always masculine. Like, I'm at the gym, but I'm just thinking about the next thing that I have to do, and I'm not even paying attention to like what I'm doing, what my body how my body is feeling. And of course, when you do that, then maybe that leads to injuries and stuff like that at the gym. I'm just giving you some examples. but an example. But yeah, so what's so beautiful is that when I say we need a balance of masculine and feminine energy, it's not like when one is present, the other is not. And the balance is really, and this is what I learned so beautifully from my mentor, Melanie, is that when it's balance of masculine energies is not 50-50. And of course, and also it doesn't look the same for everybody. So the balance of masculine and feminine energies is actually you or me, again, I'm going to use myself as an example. Being balanced in my masculine and feminine energy is that I know when I need to allow my masculine out. I know when to allow my feminine energy to come out and play, right? I know when to turn each one on and off, and I know how to be in my feminine and to allow structure and to be present and still allow me to go to check off my to-do list. And then, it's a dance. Again, like I keep saying it's a dance because it really is. And when you learn to tune into your body, when you learn to listen to your body, when you learn that, hey, like I'm doing a little bit too much here, let me reel it back and add some of this, right? It's so beautiful. It's like a recipe. Another cool example of that Melanie talks about is, and I might get this wrong, but she said something about like imagine making a soup, right? And you're putting in salt, but you keep putting in salt, and you're putting in salt, like just more and more salt, like more and more masculine energies into the soup, and you're tasting it. You're like, this doesn't taste any better. Let me put more, right? But that's not the case. You actually need to put in something different. It's not that you're going to take out all the salt and just toss it. You just need to add different things to balance the recipe out, to make it taste really good, right? It doesn't mean that the salt is bad. It doesn't mean that the sugar that you need to add in, the feminine, is bad or good either. It's just that there's a combo that is needed, and there's some recipes that you need more of the salt, and there are some recipes where you need more of the sugar ratio, right? So that's another example, if it is helpful for you to really try to imagine that and conceptualize that for yourself. So I wanted to really break it down for you here in this live, because I just know it's so important for us to be in both and to allow both, and to see that this very basic foundation of these types of energies plays out in so many parts of our lives, in my life, in your life. I'm sure if you bring up a topic for me, I can be able to listen to you and tell you, hey, like you're a lot in your feminine right there. Like maybe we can add in some structure, add in some masculine energy to really help you feel more grounded and feel more clarity and have more clarity around that, right? So whatever the situation is, like I encourage you and I challenge you to really tap into whether you're exuding too much feminine or too much masculine energy in certain specific areas of your life. Okay, so for me, like I'll give you yet another example for myself, is when I first started my business 2 years ago. I was so in my masculine. Like it was, of course, learning all the time. And there was some feminine because I was like receiving the energy, right? Receiving the information, but I was like learning. I was like learning one after another and after another and after another and implementing. And I never really allowed myself to stop to really enjoy what I had created, right? I didn't allow myself I didn't even remember to pause, to slow down, to really honor my cycles, to really be present for like the clients that I had, or the reading I just did, or the experience that I just had, and learn from it, and then just spend some time with it instead of being like, okay, next, right? Because we're always striving for the next thing and next thing and next thing. And so that is just another example of like, yeah, so nowadays I'm very cognizant and very aware of when my energies are not balanced, or in terms of like the situations that I come across in my everyday life. And so, I know like in this specific phase of my life where I am, Robert and I have moved into our own place, and just very recently I've been working a lot on allowing, on my feminine energy, on my feminine side of receiving from life, from Robert, from God, receiving and learning to appreciate and be grateful, and I said receiving already, being present for what I have, instead of trying to, go for the next thing and the next thing, right? I had to slow myself down because I felt like there was so much of the masculine energy that was coming in that I haven't allowed myself to really slow down and be present for what my life is, right? What is the point of life if we are just rushing to the end, right? Then what is the point? The point is to enjoy the journey, in my opinion, is to enjoy the journey there, to look at the flowers, to smell the roses, to look around and be in awe and appreciation and gratitude of all the beautiful things around us, right? And so that is really how I want to live my life, and how I really encourage my clients, my audience, you, my community, to look at your life. It's like, it's not always about the end goal. It's not. And I know for some of you who have not experienced this, you might be like, well, it will be for me, right? But, I don't want to tell you I told you so, but when you get there, you will know what I mean of like, it doesn't matter it as much as you think it does when you actually get to your goal. Because, let me tell you, another example of mine is that I used to dream about being able to not go to work. Okay, first thing, not go to like a 9-to-5 job, not go to my teaching job. I used to be able to dream about being able to stay home all day and do whatever I wanted. And, but, okay, yes, that was definitely a celebration. I did not know that balloons were going to come up for that, but hey, yeah, that was what I used to dream about. Like, those are the two main things. And I was like, talking about it, telling myself that, when that day comes, like, I'll be so happy, I'll be so satisfied, I'll be so at peace, and all that stuff. And then, let me tell you, like, I had that opportunity, like I told you, so that was 6 years ago when I started my teaching job. And then, I'm getting the timeline confused, but when I first started teaching, that was all I wanted. That was all I wanted. I thought that was the destination for me. And now, or just the past couple of years, I've had that. I was able to wake up whenever I wanted. I had all the time. I have all the time in the world to do what I want to do. And do I feel like I've just like finished life and I'm ready to like move on and like I am okay, like I'm happy and I can, like, my life is over now, like I've reached my destination? No. I got here, and the funny part is I didn't even realize that I was here. I didn't even realize that, like it feels like ages ago, like 6-7 years ago, this was that version of me. That version of me would have died to get to where I am today, to have a supporting, loving partner who is able to provide and loves to provide for me financially and everything else as well. And like that version of me would have dreamed to be here, and yet I am here. And I'm like, wait, but it doesn't feel like I have reached my destination, because, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's because we are human. We are, and our desires grows, and a desire leads to another desire, which leads to another desire. And that is the evolution of humans and our desires. And that's how we have come to be how we are in this world with the technology and with AI and with all these things that are developing. It's because of the evolution of our desires, you know? So if we reached our dream and we were happy and we never dreamt anymore after that, we would not have any of the things that we would not have a lot of the things that we have today. So that just gives you such a clear picture of like the reality that you desiring something doesn't mean that you will be happy and done with life when you reach it. So don't rely on that destination to be the end all be all. Enjoy the journey there, because that journey will compound. And once you get to your destination, you have another destination that you're going to set a little further ahead. And then you're going to enjoy your journey from this point to the next point, right? And it goes on and on and on, and that is life. And so the sooner you learn how to love your journey, be in the masculine and the feminine energies of your experience, the sooner you will really reap the benefits and the joy of being alive and on this earth and in experience in your life. So I don't know, I'm just really passionate about sharing that. And oh my God, my finger. I get like, I talk with my fingers and my hand and everything. So that's why it kind of goes crazy. Here's my bumpas. Let me show you. I have my bumpas right here. Isn't it pretty? Yeah, I love them. I love them. They are so beautiful. And they are like so strong. They're still like, these are real ones and they're still amazing, as if I just like picked them yesterday or something. So they're amazing. Anyway, I hope you really enjoyed that live about masculine and feminine, and it just applies to all of us, even if you're a guy. Like, I think there's such a misconception that like feminine energy means you are girly and you're soft and you're weak, right? That's not the case at all. And I hope that this live was able to explain and dive deeper into that for you. And of course, if you want to even go deeper and actually start looking at your life and seeing where in your life are you imbalanced, and if you desire to have me as a coach and mentor to help you and to guide you, if you want the guidance, if you want the sisterhood, if you are a girl or identify as a girl, if you want the accountability, if you want, just someone who understands what this type of energy and this way of being and like the dance that I was talking about, then of course send me a DM. And yeah, if there's anything else that you want to share with me, of course, leave it in the comments. And as I am wrapping up my live series, I want to remind you that you can go onto my YouTube channel, and that is going to be where the rest of the lives will be posted, because this live will be deleted from Facebook in 30 days. And it will be uploaded onto my YouTube channel, and that's where you can go watch all the lives for the whole 90 days. So, and you can watch them however many times as you want, and share them with anybody who you feel like would benefit from. All right? Okay, that is good. I feel good. All right. It's bittersweet, but tomorrow will be the last Facebook Live for my 365 days live challenge, but it also feels good. Yes. All right. That is it for today. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you with the last day tomorrow. All right.